Yo, yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy JTL Opposite from the Norm. Before I get started, make sure you smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. All right, I was gonna do a video about no more strong black male images. I'll probably say that till next time, God willing. But I seen this video and I got a comment on it. You see it? Get your mind right Mondays. So, question: how do we protect these black women? And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let's get into it.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be talking about my experience as a sugar baby. Now, little disclaimer, I am not in any way trying to persuade women to do this. I'm simply just talking about my experience. And once I finish talking about my experience, I will give tips if you do decide to do this. Again, I'm not telling you to do it, but I am going to give some pieces of advice that may help you if you are going to go on this journey. So,
Let me say this. If you're not trying to push for somebody to do it, why are you giving tips? Why would you give tips? If anything, you would say your experience is say don't do it. This is why I'm telling you so you don't do it, because this can happen. But you're giving tips. Proceed.
let's get started. So let me give you a little background on why I even joined the site. So it all started because me and my family were struggling really bad, and I was only 18, so I couldn't get a job, well, a good job with benefits. And I was like, something's got to give. So my sister was actually the one that recommended me doing the sugar baby thing. I think she saw it on a TV show. Even though I was nervous about doing it,
Now, mind you, another woman, her own flesh and blood, pushed her to do this. She didn't say nothing about her sister was doing this. She said her sister saw a video and told her to do it. So I wonder how old is her sister? And then mind you, she said she couldn't find a good job while her and the family was struggling. Does that make any damn sense to say, sis, go sell that ass? I digress.
I pretty much had my mind made up that this was something I wanted to do. So I joined seekingarrangements.com. That was the first site I joined, but I also joined another site which has been taken down, and I also wouldn't recommend this site, is Sugar Baby For You. It wasn't long before I got my first message, and I went out with a few
You're not promoting it, but you're telling people about sites. Okay.
of the guys, but I was about to give up because I had a Splendor Daddy. I'll do a story time on him later, but he was fake, a fraud. So I was kind of about to give up until I got a message from this guy. We're going to call him
So that's one of the first things you go through. Trial and error. But you keep trying, huh?
Larry. So Larry and I started talking, inboxing each other, and at the time I had Google Voice, so I gave them my Google Voice number. So then we started texting and stuff. Very nice guy. He was an old white guy, not really my cup of tea. He was about 65, which now I'm looking back, that's like, ooh. But before I'm like, I don't care because I'm
65 years old. Disgusting.
gonna make this money. I told him one time, like, I needed to get a bus pass, y'all. Long story, I didn't have a car, and the bus pass was like $90, and he sent me the money for that. He was just so and he just told me like, okay, soon you're gonna get a car, but I gotta see you. So he wanted me to fly to where he was, which I
A bus pass.
did not feel comfortable with because I didn't know he was like a serial killer, and I watched too many scary movies. So I told him, hey, do you mind coming to the A? He was like, yeah, I could come. Just that easy. About a week later, he flew down, and I was so nervous, y'all. But
18 years old. Where the hell is her mama and daddy at?
I just knew in the back of my head, like, I could finally buy a car, y'all. I was so sick of the bus. So he told me that he was coming that
Sick of the bus. Sick of trying to work. Sick of trying to get it on your own. Okay.
Saturday. I went to the mall to buy some clothes. So I went shopping because I'm like, I'm about to get my money back anyway. We still hadn't come up with an arrangement yet, but I knew that it was going to be decent because he was sending me money already. So I went shopping, got some cute clothes because he said he wanted to go out to dinner and here and there. He flew down and we went to the aquarium. We went out to dinner. But let me tell you about my first initial, like, meeting him in person. Tall man, white with like wrinkly fingers, cigarette breath, but you could tell he was rich from what he had on, right? Kiana, you already got that car. You just need the money to get it, but you already got it. So just Keep it together. It's okay that he has cigarette breath. Just do you. Get this car, girl. I know you're tired of that bus, okay? And we had a great day. But then he was like, do you want to come back to my room? Now, we still hadn't even discussed the arrangement yet. So I just bring it up. I'm like, okay, but how much do you plan on paying me? And he was like, well, how much do you want? So me being 18, I'm like, I need at least $100 a week.
Now think about this. $100 a week. She 18 years old. That's a lot for her. But at that time, you could be working. I remember when I was 15, 16 years old, making about $200 a week, doing ice cream for the Tropicana field where the Rays play baseball at. But you about to have sex with an old white dude for $100 a week.
He burst out laughing. He was like, I'm not going to give you $100 a week. And I'm like, so how much were you planning on giving me? This man said, I want to give you $1,500 for every time we meet. $1,500? So immediately,
So tricks like this make it hard for young tricks who can only afford $100 every time they meet. You sucker ass old trick you.
feeling like rich as hell. Nobody can tell me nothing. I'm like, let's go to the hotel room. Let's pop some bottles. You know what I'm saying? So we get into the hotel room and I'm just taking shots because I'm celebrating because I'm rich now. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be making $1,500 per meet and he wanted to meet like at least once a week. Balling, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm all that now. He's sitting on the couch because he's pretty much drunk and I am too. But I go out on the balcony because I'm just like, oh my God, I'm rich. As I'm like, you know, taking in the Atlanta air, I feel some wrinkly fingers come behind me.
Uh-oh. Now you gotta do the deed.
I forgot I gotta give him the sugar. You know, I'm like, oh shit. He was just like, what you wanna do? And I was like, not you, but if I have to, because you did say $1,500. Like, I already bought my car, y'all. Y'all got.
Now you gotta do the deed. And she don't want to because she don't like him. And, let me keep playing the video.
I gotta understand, I already bought my car. So I'm like, I mean, whatever you wanna do. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm gonna have to give you some sugar. It's like, so I'm trying to just talk myself into it. Because I'm like, Kiki, you was doing it for free. For love. And you was riding the bus. So now you about to get a car. You might as well go ahead and, like, you know, pop that thing. I finally talked myself into it.
It's a damn shame, man. That's what y'all doing, teaching them young girls up there in Atlanta, ladies? That's what you teaching our young sisters? Sell that ass? She go ahead, pop that thing she was doing already for love. That's the best reason to do it. If you doing it just for money, guess what you are? You're a prostitute. You're a damn hooker, man. Damn.
He, like, takes my hand and takes me to the bedroom. So I'm like, okay, Kiki. Immediately, I was sober. I done took, like, 7 shots, and it's gone. Like, my high just left out my body. He was like, okay, go ahead and get undressed. And I'm just like, wow, Key, you really are desperate as hell. But do you, girl? Because you finna be whipping. I'm still, like, right by the door, still open. So he's like, shut the door. And as I'm shutting the door, I see a bottle of Bacardi. So I'm like, oh, let me drink it. I just want to black out. I want to forget all about this. I want to pretend that it never happened because I'm going to be sick once I do this. So I get into bed with him and I'm like, what would you like me to do? And he's just like, give me a minute. I need to pop a pill. The blue pill. So we're waiting and waiting and waiting. Out of nowhere, he just starts like, oh, ow, ooh. And I'm like, do I need to call 911? He's just like, nah, like this Viagra messes with my heart. Just get your $1,500 off the dresser. Okay, so I try to act like I'm disappointed. I'm like, well, maybe another time. You know, I was so happy. I didn't have to do anything. So I go to the dresser and I full blue faces. I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying? So, the end. That's all that happened. I didn't even have to give up no sugar to my sugar daddy. That's a blessing, okay?
Now the hoe finna give y'all some tips. I'm so sorry, but she thought because she got other tips on how to be selling coochie and all that. Then she said, don't get mad to the females about being feeling like you're a gold digger. That's what you are. But guess what? No, you're a prostitute. You're prostituting without a pimp. That's what that is. And the reason why I made this video is because I wanted to ask that question. How do we protect these black women? And I think, me personally, what happened over the years is brothers got into a zone of you can't tell a woman nothing. A woman gonna be a woman. Let her do what she do. You know what I'm saying? Just be respectful and blase squaze it. So I think a lot of women don't take that into account. That a lot of brothers just say, you know what, I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm not gonna try to tell a woman nothing. And then me personally, and a lot of other brothers that we had this conversation, we seen a lot of dudes um, go through hell and high water trying to protect a lot of sisters, like whether it's their brothers, their fathers, and get killed. Like the show we just did, that I just posted last night about the father of five getting killed. He tried to go protect his daughter. You know what I'm saying? And stand up for her honor, and look what happened to the brother. Now, I'm not saying that, because we said it on the show, maybe he could have went to the authorities, wait till the parents got home, stuff like that. But we seen young brothers seeing that happen so much. Somebody trying to stand up for a woman getting killed, thrown in prison, whatever, beat up, fucked up. And we like, man, we not gonna be doing shit like that. So I don't think a lot of sisters take that into account, especially how sisters like this move. So if you got a sister like moving like this, and say I see her out with that old white dude, and I go off on how you gonna be messing with some little young black sister like that. No, man, you not finna do nothing. She'd probably get mad and want to fight me. You ain't finna mess up this 1,500. You got 1,500 to give me, then I leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So the sad thing is, man, what I love my sisters, but I need y'all sisters to realize, I mean, really, truly realize, if you making moves like this, you can't holler black men don't protect black women, and we don't know what you got going on, what you doing, then you don't want us in your business. Same thing with the Megan Thee Stallion situation. Look how she was moving. So if we try to correct her, we wrong. If something happened to her, we don't protect her, we're wrong. And it's like, okay, on your end, you have to take accountability, because if you doing certain things, you can't get mad if somebody doesn't protect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be careful how you move and think smarter. Don't let that short term money, just because it might be a lot at that time, seem like it's gonna last forever. But she got other stories and tips of what she had to do to survive doing it. Ain't no telling she's still doing it, and she a nice looking young lady. Get your own bag, man, so you don't have to put yourself out there, because there's a lot of tips that she don't say. I don't really care to share them, but what's your tip for making sure the condom don't break? What's your tip for making sure that he's not gonna rape you? What's your tip for making sure that, you know what I'm saying, he not gonna leave you stranded and stuff? If everything you doing is on his dime, his time, and he got you in a place, like she said, they was in the room and he told her to close the door. What if, God forbid, he would have tried to rape her? What was you gonna do? She ain't say nothing about carrying no mace. She don't say nothing about carrying no pistol, no nothing, no knife, no blade, no nothing. And these are the things that sisters got to think about. And I just want y'all to think about it. Leave your comments in the comment section. What do you think? That is it possible to protect black women even when they do this? Can you make a black woman take your protection? I mean, they say that, but T.I. wrong for being an overprotective father. So these are the questions we got to ask each other. So I want y'all to think about that. Leave your comments. This your boy JT, opposite from the norm. Before I stop, make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you know we're going to come back with more. Got Poly Talk coming this week, Lois willing. We got Financial Fridays coming this Lois willing. You know what I'm saying? While you trying to do what you do with your money, we're going to give you tips on what may help you, you know what I'm saying, on information that you may have never learned before. You know what I mean? So we'll get back at you. You know how we do. Chill.